and see what it's doing with the new, you know. Where are my cards? Hello, hello. How's everyone doing out there in TikTok land? So good to see everyone. I'm trying to find my cards. It's like, oh, there they are. Hello, hello. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for being here. I'm so glad to see everyone popping on. I'm not sure how this live is going to, oh, look, O wants to say hi. So let's say hi to O. Hello, O. I know. O decide. I think O needs to, yeah, Mr. Odin. Oh my goodness, how am I? You know, it's been a lot lately.
It won't let me do both.
Won't let you do. Oh, you can usually do it on your phone and the.
Yeah, usually for me.
Yeah, I don't know this. I don't know if y'all noticed, if y'all are posters. I mean, post on TikTok a lot, but I don't know about this new update, or it has been doing some weird stuff. I haven't gone live since the changes have been made, so we'll see how it works out. It's been really odd. Thank you, Courtney. I will take it. The trial, I don't know. How do you think the trial is going? Talking to my moderator.
We still have a lot of questions. More questions than answers.
Yes, we still have more questions than answers. So as y'all know, I've been on a trial drug, stage 1 trial, which means it's straight out of animal testing. I'm on the first group of people at this level of drug. Did not do well on it. The side effects were just horrendous. They did take me down a notch on the dosage. Because of all the side effects I was having, I was at MD Anderson this last week. They did an MRI on my brain and spine to make sure it had not gone to my brain, which I didn't think it had because I wasn't having any of those symptoms, and it has not gone to my brain. The cancer hasn't, but there is still a freaking lot of cancer on my spine. I've been on this trial drug for 28 days, and so they won't do the MRI. The last scans I had were CT and bone scans, and so this MRI wasn't really a fair comparison to see if the drug was working at all. I would have liked to have seen better results, so we'll see. Not really sure what's going on, if it's going to have some efficacy to it. Well, thank you, Miss Sissy. I appreciate it. Thank you. I will absolutely take on the healing. Okay. So now, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do something fun for me. I know, be scared, right? So now we are going to read Christy, because all of y'all are asking about this drug, how it's going. Frankly, I'm very close to the situation because, you know, it's my life. So y'all are going to help me read this drug. Are y'all ready? Is everyone ready to help me out here? Okay, so now if y'all can put out of your mind what I have said about it and the efficacy of it, what you do is I'm going to ask y'all a question about, is this drug going to, you have to be very specific. So I'm trying to think of, look at Sissy, Wonder Whistle is yes. Sissy's like, let's go, I'm ready. Okay, so I'm going to try to put some really strong caveats on it, so I'm asking the question correctly. Is this trial that Christy is currently doing going to prove beneficial and reduce the amount of cancer? Okay. What are y'all getting on that? Is this trial drug going to reduce the amount of cancer? We usually start out a little bit like, you know, reduce. What are y'all getting on that? Let's see. Yes, in time, yes, but it will cost you comfort. It's already costing me some comfort. Yes, it will take time, yes. Not all the way, yes. So So y'all are pretty much getting what I have been getting, that yes, it's going to work, but not all the way. Okay, so let's see. What other questions can I ask about around this drug? Okay, it is a 6-month trial. Will it have enough efficacy that I will stay on it for the entire 6 months? So, is the drug going to have enough efficacy that I will stay on it for 6 months? Yes. Sarah said yes. Paige is saying yes. Jennifer is saying yes. Yes, maybe longer. So now I think that's very interesting that Sissy said maybe longer, because there is an opportunity, if I'm still getting good results, to stay on this drug. Frankly, I am ready for it to start working. Nothing freaks you out enough to have a MRI done and like your entire spine has cancer on it. Yeah, that's no fun. Let's get to some readings though. Thank y'all for playing my game. It's always fun to be read. I think it's going to do better than you think. Aw, thank you, Virginia. All right, so what are we going to start with today? We're going to start with some cards. Let's start with some cards. All right, I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. It looks like we're doing good here. I wasn't sure how this was going to go, because I don't know, this new update or whoever bought TikTok or something, some weird things have been going on. All right, Miss Wander with Soul, let's do a card read for you. You ready, honey? Let's go live. I'm gonna ask you to go live. There we go.
Hi.
Stella, how are you? This
How are
is
you
your
doing
blog.
today?
Oh, there we go. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Okay.
I just saw Stella the other day. For anyone who is interested, I just put out the new schedule for the Divine Collective. So if anyone's interested in joining the Divine Collective for any of our meetups in February, I just put that schedule out. All right, Miss Stella, do you want a certain question answered, or do you want a general read?
Well, let's go general.
Very good. Let's go general. Let me see. Right there. Oh, wow. Stella, you got some energies going on right now.
Yeah.
You better put your seatbelt on.
My brother.
Right? You're in for a bumpy little ride here. Okay, so the first thing I'm seeing is a very positive card, actually. It is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is really about happy memories, reminiscing, childhood memories. Have you been hanging out with people from your childhood, or have you been thinking a lot about your past?
Yeah, I've been thinking about my past, a lot of memories coming back to me.
I love that. So this is actually a happy card. Now the next card, I'm seeing that you are gonna, when I said you're gonna be in for a bumpy ride, the next card is the Tower card. I know that you know a few things about cards.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Tower card, I mean, the next 3 cards in a row are really about a lot of changes going on. We have the Tower card. We have the Seven of Wands, which is about some competition going on and really having to protect yourself and persevere. And then the last card is the Devil card. Now, the Devil card is, a lot of people don't like the Devil card. I'm not too much bothered by it, especially when it comes up for someone like you. Now, what I mean by someone like you, you're very strong. I worry about the Devil card when it comes up for someone who is not sure in who they are, for someone who has not already persevered. So what this reading is telling me is you're having these, the Six of Cups is about you're having these happy memories. You're thinking about where you came from. And even though, yes, you're thinking about happy memories, it's also a reminder of how freaking strong you are, right? Because when we think about our past, we remember, look at all that shit I went through. I'm still standing. Yay me. So that memory is being brought up for a reason, because you're going to have this Tower card moment. You're going to have this moment where you're having to defend yourself and prove who you are and persevere to people you shouldn't have to be doing that with.
Oh man.
And then the last card is a Devil card. But I know, Stella, whenever I tap into this card and I just feel you going, whatever.
Oh man.
I am not worried about this card with you because you are freaking strong.
Mm-hmm.
If it was someone else, I would be worried. You got this. You are very strong. And I'm hearing that the reason these moments are coming up is because you have a direction you're kind of set on going, and Spirit has been trying to kind of push you in a different direction, and you haven't really been listening. Now, after this, I was like, okay, we're not ending on this Devil card, right? We're just not. I don't care. We're pulling another card because we're just not ending on that bad boy. And the next card is, and this is why I was feeling so positive and said I was not worried a bit about you having that card, because the next card I got was the Four of Wands. Very stable. You are very stable. You're very happy. I'm hearing that you are very good at not letting circumstances dictate your joy. So make sure you're leaning into that energy, and whenever something comes your way that is distracting you, sit with it. Like, where are the synchronicities coming? Is it directing you in another direction? Now, right after this very happy card, I did pull a Three of Swords, which is, it looks sad. It's about heartbreak, but I don't feel like you're heartbroken. I feel like it has just confirmed to you something you already knew. You know how when you're thinking things and you're like, surely I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Clearly I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And then something happens and you're like, dang it, I wasn't wrong. I was absolutely correct. Yeah. You're going to have a lot of confirmations coming your way in the next couple of months, just to solidify just how powerfully spiritual you are.
Okay.
Make sure you're leaning into that and you are not gaslighting yourself. I know that's hard because sometimes we want to believe the best in people. We want to, we don't want to jump to judgment.
Yeah.
But make sure you're seeing people for who they are, and you are. I see you taking a sit, like you're sitting back, like, what is that telling me? When I tapped into that Sword card, which looks like you're being heartbroken, but I don't feel like you're being heartbroken with this card. I actually feel like, oh yeah, that makes sense now. I was right.
Okay.
And we all like being right.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So now, have you had any rumblings of this yet? Because the first card was the Six of Cups. You confirmed you've been, thinking about old memories. Have you been having any confirmation that this Tower card is on its way?
Oh man. Well, I thought I had it. No.
I'm tapped into, I'm hearing that the card, the moment you thought you had, was just the precursor to it.
Oh, but my goodness. Okay.
Have you got to the point where you're having to defend yourself to other people yet?
Oh, not yet.
Yeah. That's that next card. So I'm getting that the Tower card, you've just kind of dipped your toe into it. I don't feel the onslaught coming for, I'm hearing 10 days.
Oh, that's kind of quick. Okay.
Yeah, get that bad boy over with.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Okay, so now this is not related to this reading, the card reading, but did you have a grandmother, Stella, that was like spiritually powerful herself?
You told me about this, my dad's mom who passed that I never met, but you told me she was very powerful spiritually.
Very good. Now, did your dad ever mention that to you?
No, he wasn't tapped in, I suppose.
As you're saying that, your grandmother was just like I feel like I'm hitting wood, like your dad was just very blocked from that. Your grandmother is also telling me to Okay, I'm not quite sure what she means by this, so let's just break it down. She's
Mhm.
telling me to watch out for the wings. And I was like, what wings are we talking about? And she showed me angel wings. She didn't, I thought she was going to be bird's wings. She's saying, have you been noticing a lot of references to angels around you?
Yeah, I would say so.
Really start leaning into that energy. I have recently, because I'm teaching in an angel class, and this is for everyone watching, I have been, some of the meditations I've created for the angel class, I'm also putting on my YouTube channel under a tagline of meditations. The playlist is meditations. So when you get a chance, go out there to my YouTube channel, look at the meditations, and start doing some of those angel meditations to
Mhm.
bring that energy into your life.
Okay. Okay, will do.
All right. Thank you, Miss Stella.
Thank you so much.
Of
Bye.
course. Bye. Okay, very good. Make sure I did that correctly. There's some, I haven't gone live since they changed this, and so I've been having some weird things going on. All right, I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. I so appreciate y'all. I also appreciate y'all being so, I know, dedicated. I mean, I haven't been live in a while. I was trying to get my health under control, and so here I am back going live, and I just so appreciate y'all showing up and being with me. I just adore you all. All right, let's I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. Okay, let's see. I'm going to, I was about to click on someone and y'all popped off. All right, let's see, Sarah. Where did Sarah go? She was sharing my live like crazy. Oh, let me tell y'all something I have new going on. Y'all want to hear something that I have done while I was recuperating? I built an app. So if anyone's interested in getting advice from Christy when Christy is not around, go to my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, and you click on Divine Insight, and you can download an app and you can ask it questions. You can ask it, you can have it do a card read for you. You can do all kinds of things. You can't have it do a psychic mediumship reading for you. You have to make an appointment for that. But I spent a lot of time programming this app. It's Divine Insight on my website, so go check that out. All right, Miss Sissy, let's give you a card read. All right, Miss Sissy, request to go live with me. You must have your I think I do remember you put your profile to private, so request, there we go. There she goes.
Hey,
Hi,
Christy.
Sissy, how are you?
I'm good.
You know, you have a grandmother here. I had cards. I was all ready to do a card read for you. I felt a spirit approaching, and I honestly thought it was going to be your dad. And I was like, oh no, this isn't her dad. This is her grandmother.
Okay.
You had one of your grandmothers was a Pentecostal?
Yes.
Yes, just one of them, not both of them.
I had one that was Baptist and two that was Pentecostal.
Okay, I had a feeling we needed to distinguish which one this was because I kept hearing Pentecostal, but I heard the real Pentecostal. I was like, what are we talking about here? So that just told me that it was there was some ambiguity about which grandmother this was. This grandmother is saying she was a real Pentecostal, and she is showing me following the guidelines perfectly. Like she's wearing no makeup. She is showing me that she never cut her hair. You never caught this lady in pants. It was always skirts. Does that tell you which one it is?
I think it's my meemaw, my stepmom's mom.
Okay, so when you said stepmom's mom, she said, like, she acquiesced and she said, I'll take it. Like, she knew that you had to
We
distinguish
didn't
that.
call her stepmom, but that's how I can tell the difference.
That's what she was saying. She's like, I'll take it. Just because you had to distinguish which one it was.
Yes.
Now, she is showing me the end of last year. I'm not quite sure if it's the last quarter of last year. There was an emotional bomb dropped on your house, is what she is showing me.
Yes.
She is wanting to like really compliment you that you handled it so well. You went through this, like, I feel like I am, talk about the tower card. I just feel like I am one day like so sad, I can't take it. And then the next day, I'm so mad, I'm ready to pew pew someone. And she is talking about how proud she is of you for processing those emotions so quickly. And honestly, she's saying that you're not finished processing them yet. Do you know that to be true?
That is very true. Very true.
She is saying that take a step back. Like she has a ton of anger flowing through me. I was like, okay, what are we doing here? Because Sissy, I've read you several times. I've never felt this kind of anger flowing through you before. Frankly, I wasn't sure if you were capable of that kind of anger, but let me tell you, you got to
We
go
all
on,
are
girl.
at some point.
Yeah, you can only take so much. And I keep hearing WTF, like WTF. You're having a hard time comprehending of what happened. And your grandmother is saying to please take time to weigh your options. Now, she is showing me that some people would take the information that you've gotten and throw in a towel and just, be done. But you're not sure that's the way you want to go.
Correct.
She is saying that this choice has to be yours and yours alone. There's a lot of people who are having input on what you could do.
Correct.
And she's saying that you are the only one that can make this decision. Okay, this is something that was done to you because she's making me feel a lot of chagrin off of another person.
Yeah.
A lot of regret. Okay, but is this enough that this behavior will be repeated? I'm hearing hell no, the behavior will never be repeated again.
That's a relief.
But was once too much. Okay, so, this is where, I am very clear when it comes to we have to make decisions on our own because whenever I said, is this was once too much? Your grandmother said, for me, it would have been. Like, whatever this was is something that I would have been like, hell to fuck no. But you actually have more forgiveness in your heart than I do.
Yeah, it's been a work in progress for sure.
And so that is just showing the difference in people. Like she is showing that I'm not going to say that you're called to forgive in this arena, but she is definitely showing me that this is where your kind heart really shows. And, people think I'm all love and light, but apparently there are some areas where I'm not all love and light. And she is saying that you have a lot of people around you that are telling you what you should do, but it's going against your grain. It's going against who you are at a soul level.
Yeah. I just let it go in one ear and out the other, and I don't really listen to it.
And she's saying that you're doing the exact right decision to do that. She is showing me for you to get some kind of unbiased backup on this, like some kind of life coach or
We just talked about going to counseling together too.
Yeah, counseling or life coaching is what she is showing me is that you need something on your own and then there needs to be something together.
Yeah, we just talked about that too.
Very good. So when spirit steps up and, you've been in readings before, when spirit step up and say exactly what you've been thinking, it's more confirmation. Yes, you're on the right track. Yes, get it done.
Okay.
And she's saying, take control back of your house.
Like that's also a work in progress. My father-in-law is still here. The house is almost done. So that's for the control of my house. I've lost it.
But
I'm just hanging in there by a thread. I'm hanging by a thread.
She is saying that come hell or high water, that you need your sanctuary back. Like you're not going to be able to heal and recover from this until you've gotten your sanctuary back.
Yeah.
And as long as your father-in-law is there, you're not going to have your sanctuary.
Yeah.
Also, she is saying, she shows me you going off by yourself for a little while. And not like a long while, I'm talking like a few days or a week or whatever. And she shows me you just, I mean, you're absolutely by yourself. I'm seeing kind of in a wooded area, and you are journaling and hiking and doing all those things.
Okay. I haven't thought about that yet, but sounds good.
Yes. It's like you need to be, you're like, okay, I'm tapped out. I
Yeah.
can only take so much.
I'm very much tapped out.
Yes. And you need that rejuvenation. Overall, I'm hearing that you are on the right track. You are doing all the things it's going to take to recover from this.
Okay.
It has to be your journey, and it's going to be a long journey.
Yeah.
I am seeing that there's a lot of grief involved. And I know that I don't know that no one has passed, but I'm not feeling that this is over someone passing. It's over someone's behavior. And there is a lot of grief. That grief that you're feeling is going to mirror some of that same grief you have felt over loved ones passing, because it is a belief in someone that has died, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
And I'm seeing one day, just like some days you wake up on grief and you're like, yes, I got it. I can make it through today. I can actually take a breath. And the next day you wake up and you're like, okay, everyone has to die.
Absolutely. You got it right there. That's every day. Yeah.
And your grandmother is saying to make sure you are giving yourself the grace to walk through that. Your grandmother is saying that she found a lot of faith in her religion. And for you to do the same, except don't be so dogmatic as she was. So she was kind of dogmatic about it.
Okay.
And she is saying that Jesus too can heal this.
Okay.
There was, so I don't know if you just heard, on my YouTube channel, I have a meditation playlist of meditations I have put out there. And there's several meditations I put out recently on calling in angels. Jesus comes in on that same angelic realm to me. So go out there, maybe try some of those. There is a fun one, well, to me it's fun. I'm putting out one tomorrow that is on bringing up your purpose angel. And I think that one will be very helpful for you. It won't be out there until tomorrow because I haven't recorded it yet, but keep an eye on that.
I will. I do need that one for sure.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Miss Sissy.
Thank you, sweetheart. I hope you get feeling better.
Aw, thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, the way we have to do this live is a little bit different. They've made a few changes on how we are going to do that. All right. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. It's so funny whenever we see, when you follow me or on my lives a lot, it becomes very much a community. And, when one of us hurts, all of us hurt. And so we're going to send Sissy some love. And we've all been through those moments in our lives where we are, we're struggling, right? We need someone to, Christy, you're so kind in your messages, even when we are struggling and feeling fiery. You know what? Feeling fiery is a good way to feel sometimes. All right, I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. I so appreciate you. Okay, you know what? Let's do some spirit led. I was choosing people, and yes, I just started. Actually, I just started my readings. I had chosen, but now we're going to do some spirit led. Okay, and I want to remind everyone that I have a new app out, so go check that out. It's on my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. Click on Divine Insight, and it's an app that will answer your spiritual questions. It will give you a card read if you want. It will answer astrology questions. I've spent a long time programming that app. So there's a couple of ways you can join. There is a way you can do it free. And there's an option of doing $9.99 a month where you get a bunch of questions answered. Or there's also a combination where you can join the Divine Collective plus have the app. In the Divine Collective, we meet 3 times a month. Did you see that? Danny says she hears Boss Man clicking a lot. Yeah, Boss Man is clicking. He is working hard, working them fingers to the bone. All right, let's do some spirit led. Who's going to kick us off? Interesting. Okay, so now the first gentleman I'm having step up it's a gentleman. He is letting me know I'm hearing an E name around him, like Earl. I'm also hearing that this gentleman had some liver problems before he passed from drinking. This gentleman is also showing me that he just never gave his body proper nutrition. He drank his calories, and so he's also letting me know that this man was really a dichotomy of a personality, that he could be incredibly helpful to his friends. If you needed something, he would help you out, and then he could turn on a dime and just be the biggest jerk. He served in the military. He was buried, not cremated. The cemetery he's buried at has a lot of trees. He's showing me that it could absolutely be Elmer. I was actually thinking, what other name? Because when I said Earl, I was like, okay, Earl doesn't feel right, but I really couldn't sit with, what are some other men's names that start with an E? But he is showing me that he was buried, not cremated. An early. Oh, very good. Okay, so I'm going to recap this gentleman, and let's just see if we can get, outside of the name, also get the other aspects. Okay, I'm having a gentleman here. I'm hearing an E name around him. It could be Earl, Elmer. I don't feel like it's Ethan. I think it's more weird than that, like an Early or an Earl or an Elmer. It doesn't feel like Ethan is right. He is letting me know that he had liver problems and that he did drink. He had liver problems because he did drink too much. He's also letting me know that he just really had this dichotomy of a personality where he could be very helpful and go and, be there on a dime, but then he could turn and just be so nasty. He is also letting me know he served in the military and that he was buried, not cremated. All right. So now, does this guy fit you? Not just the name, does the other aspects fit? Let's see if someone's going to claim him. Oh, also on the cemetery, he just showed me this again. Apparently, I forgot to recap it. That where he is buried is very,
Cozy.
Cozy said yes to it all. All right, Miss Cozy, about to ask you to go live.
Hello.
Hi, Miss Cozy. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Sounds like you're trying to lose your voice.
It's been about 4 weeks. I'm over it, but I'm not going to complain.
Right. Okay, so now, was this your grandfather?
Yeah, step grandpa, but step grandpa.
Yeah. And he is being very specific and wanting me to reiterate the trees. Like there's a lot of trees in the cemetery where he's buried. Have you been to see him lately?
I've been to see him. There's a bare part of the cemetery. If there was one thing that wasn't fitting, was how treed the cemetery is, but he's on the bare part.
The bare part. And what do you mean by because there's hardly anything on that side, but then the other side, there's a lot of trees.
Right.
Very good. Okay, so now let me sit. Why was he wanting me to reiterate that? Okay, so he's showing me you planting trees. Are you about to start planting trees somewhere?
Yeah, I mean, we're gardeners and stuff like that, but we have a new property that we're planning on planting trees and actually fruit trees.
Very good. Okay. He would just show me all of a sudden. So, for everyone watching, I knew that it had something to do with trees because took me back to the trees. Like that was important for us to reiterate. And so, whenever Cozy said, well, he's kind of on the bare part of the cemetery, it's like, why are we talking about trees? He showed me Cozy. And I doubt Cozy's going to be out there with this shovel planting herself. But that's what he showed me, which means that she has some kind of project where she is going to be planting trees. He's very excited about that. He said it's almost here, and I'm hearing an M month. So it must be around May that you're going to be at the point where you are planting these trees. Is that so?
Yeah, that sounds great. Actually, you know what? You were spot on. I just realized my husband just purchased these trees for delivery.
Very good.
That makes sense.
Yes. So now that is a sign that the spirit is around you. Whenever there is no, like Cozy didn't even realize that. I just gave her information and she was like, yeah, we're going to be doing it. And I'm hearing, yeah, you're going to be doing it in May. When spirits give me information that I couldn't possibly know, it's a sign that they are around you. Now, what he's also saying, Cozy, is that you've been working on your spirituality, which I do know that for a fact. In full disclosure, I do know that Cozy has been working on her spirituality. But now what he is showing me is something about you taking it to the next level. You're about to take your spirituality to a next level. You're not sure where you're taking the spiritual journey, but he said that doesn't matter. Right now, you are honed in on it, and it's making you feel like a more complete and fulfilled person.
100%. Yes.
And he is saying that you can't ask for more than that. He's also, now, do you have a daughter, Cozy?
I do.
Do you just have one?
I do have one daughter.
Okay, very good. For everyone watching, the reason I asked that specifically because he was showing me a daughter. If Cozy had more than one daughter, we were going to have to figure out which one it was. But she said she just has one. Your daughter has been, and I don't think she's let on, but she's kind of struggling a little bit with her own spirituality and her own belief system. Do you know that to be true?
I'm going to struggle not to cry. She's really going through a rough time right now. And I think that she's having things like this that are happening to her. And I think she's very confused and afraid.
Very good. Now, I don't know if, and I always, in full disclosure, sometimes I get a little bit, hesitant when spirit starts putting me into the solution of something. But it's funny because what they're showing me is someone a young gal who I start mentoring her tomorrow. So I'm not sure if a mentorship is something that would fit with her. It feels like it would because you were more open. She is so unsure. She doesn't want to be out there with her spirituality yet, if that makes sense.
Perfect sense.
Like you were old enough and more secure in yourself. You're like, screw this. This is what I want to learn. I'm going to learn it. I don't care who knows. Your daughter is just a little bit more hesitant in it. I think because she is so confused about and she's young, she just doesn't have, once you hit your 50s, you're kind of like, screw it, I'm going to do what I want to do.
Right.
And she's just younger, so she wants to keep it a little bit on the down low. So I don't, if it would be helpful, she can sign up for the free 20-minute discovery call to see if mentorship would be right for her.
Okay.
Yeah. I know that is for everyone watching, mentorship is one-on-one with me, so it is a little bit more expensive than group classes, but it also gives you some anonymity because we're just meeting one-on-one and no one knows.
Right.
Of course, your grandfather is also saying, he's showing me you picking tile. And so have you just struggled picking some tile for your house?
Yeah, it's so silly. I'm just in this one bathroom. It's so minor. I can't believe I spend any time thinking about it.
No, I don't feel like it is minor because I'm feeling like this is this is where you're going to be. This is your home.
Yes.
It's not just like we're going to be there for 2 years or 5 years and move on. You're going to have to look at this tile for a very long time. And he's saying splurge and get the tile. So there must have been some that you were looking at that were it was more expensive and you're like, is it worth it? He is saying go with that tile.
Okay. Perfect. Well, then that'll make make it reasonable for my husband, right? When I tell him I'm spending the extra money.
You know what? Your husband likes to like maybe give you a little bit of a hard time when you
Yes.
do that, but your husband absolutely freaking adores you.
Oh,
And though he may think, oh, Cozy, really, do you need to spend that kind of money? On the inside, it makes him really happy to be able to give you what you want.
oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Cozy.
Thanks, Christy.
Bye bye. All right. We are on a roll today. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. I so appreciate you being on here. If you haven't done so yet, please click that follow button. Also, check out my new app that I'm just kicking off. And it is, you download it on my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, and it's called Divine Insight. I haven't put it on the App Store yet. I will eventually have it on an App Store, but go check it out. I know, new year, new app, and let me tell you, I've worked hard on this app. I was actually doing a lot of the programming of it when I was at MD Anderson getting treatment. And so it was funny because everyone went, are you finished? The nurses would come in, are you finished yet? I was like, no, not yet. Like there's a lot behind it. So go check it out. Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, Divine Insight. There is a free version. And of course, there's a couple of paid versions so you can get going on there. All right. This next person stepping up, I'm hearing, is a mom energy. This mom is showing me that her headstone has a heart on it. So she is buried and she has a heart on her headstone. She's also showing me that she protected her family from how sick she was until she couldn't protect them anymore. She was very ill and she kept, like, people in her family felt like she was sick, and I kept hearing people say, Mom, are you okay? Mom, have you gone to the doctor? So her family was asking her if she was okay, and she was blowing them off. She's being very specific that she didn't actually lie. She just didn't tell the full truth, which in my book is a lie, just in case anyone's ever curious how Christy feels about that. Not telling the full truth, it is a lie. Oh, Stephanie has already, like, that is my mother-in-law. Okay.
Which one?
Okay, yeah, true. My moderator said, which part? Is it the spirit that is yours, Stephanie, or is that your mother-in-law, that your mother-in-law feels like half truths or lies? Or I think she's claiming the spirit. Are you claiming the spirit, Miss Stephanie? Let's see, I think she is. Yeah, okay, here you go, honey. I'm about to ask you to go live. Okay, so Stephanie is not letting me ask you to go live, so either you don't have enough followers or maybe your account is private. But down on the bottom is the pink and blue person. Click that and ask to go live with me because it's not allowing me to request you. So down at the bottom, click on the pink and blue person, ask to go live with me. All right, we're waiting here for Stephanie. I don't know, maybe she decided she doesn't, maybe she decided the spirit's not hers after all. All right, Miss Stephanie, if the spirit is yours, it's not letting me ask you to go live. On the bottom of your screen is the blue and pink person. Click on that and ask to go live with me. I wonder why it's not letting you.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. I know. I don't care if you're at work. No, still make the request. I don't care. Take a break. My moderator just said, do it unless you are at work. And I was like, no, I don't care if you're at work.
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it anyway. You're gonna take a. Oh, there you go, Miss Stephanie. I know if I chit chatted long enough, you'd get around to it. Hi, Stephanie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. So, where are you located, Stephanie?
I'm in Georgia.
Georgia. Okay, so you think this is your mother-in-law?
I do. I was hoping to connect with my parents. I had commented, but then when you specifically said that someone had a heart on their headstone and they were sick but didn't let anyone know they were sick, that was just too much my mother-in-law.
Very good. And I'm getting chills as you're talking. So that's more confirmation. She is letting me know that your mother-in-law always had a heart and empathy for other people. She also had mad love for you. Did you know that? How much she really adored you?
I did. Yes, she did.
Yeah, she did. I mean, you were so just blessed to have married into a family where she appreciated you and what you did for her son. She's also letting me know that you yourself have been having some health issues lately. Is that true?
Yes, I have. Not anything major, but yeah, I have been having some.
Yes, she's showing me. I'm not seeing anything like cancer or anything like that that's going to take you off the planet. I'm just seeing that your body just needs a little bit of tweaking. And she is saying to make sure you're taking care of yourself, that you tend to give and give and give and say yes when you should be saying no.
Wow. Yes, I do.
And yes, and she is saying that, okay, very good. For this year, 2026, make it, you know what she's actually saying to me, Stephanie, which is really funny, is I just taught a class in the Divine Collective, and it's a workshop on getting your sovereignty back. And she keeps telling me this word sovereignty. Make this 2026 a year of sovereignty for you. What does that mean? It means you take your power back. It means you put up good boundaries. It means that you start taking care of yourself and not feeling guilt about it. Especially for those that will be difficult, because I had done the same thing a couple of years ago when I had to, and then I got cancer and really had to change the way I functioned on this planet. But I had always created an environment where I didn't say no to my kids or my family. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. I'm the same way. I never say no. I have one daughter, and she's my world. I would do anything for her, and sometimes I put her before anything when I probably should think about myself.
Right, and that's exactly what she was talking about. So, think about, whenever you're thinking about how you're going to function through 2026, think about that word sovereignty. Sovereignty is about keeping our energy to ourselves and protecting anything that, if we just be conscientious. Like, are you taking on your daughter's emotions? I know it's very difficult whenever, especially if you have one child, you're so connected, to not take on their energy. And she is showing me you doing a little meditation to protect and not take on your daughter's energy. She's also showing me, does your husband own his own business?
He does.
Yeah, he does. You also help a lot in that business. And she is saying that you have some really good ideas about it. And there needs to be some tweaking done to the infrastructure. Does that make sense to you?
It does. Yes, it does. My husband and his father have a business together, and his father has been ill. He had to have surgery, and they've not been able to work. So we've been trying to think about restructuring the whole business.
It absolutely needs to be done. She is showing me that. And you are actually very good about, from the outside looking in, seeing how it needs to be restructured. And she is showing me one LLC that represents this business, but then she's showing me it needs to be turned into 2 LLCs. So there's something about how this business needs to be broken apart and functioning together but separate.
Yes, that gives me chills. My husband's best friend, they have talked about like combining their businesses and doing some restructuring and combining the two. So that gives me chills. Yes.
Yeah, so that is absolutely the way it's supposed to go. So now for everyone watching, when this happens, a spirit, I have a couple of caveats, and Stephanie has probably seen me go live before and read, but for those of you who are kind of new to it, I have a couple of caveats whenever spirit needs to show me things that I don't know, and that is a sign that they are around. So now this spirit killed kind of 2 birds with 1 stone. Not only did they prove that they are around Stephanie, they also proved that they're on the right track, because she told me something I couldn't possibly know about their business. And she also confirmed something that Stephanie and her husband were kind of thinking of doing with their business. So you just have to give kudos to this spirit. She stepped up strong. She did a really good job of proving who she was and proving that y'all are supported. She is also letting me know that, real quick, because this is a live and the readings are free, I usually bring up 1 spirit at a time, but she is really trying to get me to acknowledge that you do have a set of parents in spirit, and they're showing me that your dad likes to flicker the lights in your house. So just know when you see a light flickering, that is coming from your dad.
Oh, wow.
Your mom is being a little bit more subtle with her proving that she is around you, and she is showing me dropping feathers. So make sure that you are paying attention to when you see feathers, and it can't be a feather next to a feather pillow. It has to be in a weird spot. That is coming from your mom.
That is so special. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you. And I hope you have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, so we had to give kudos to that spirit. That spirit did a really good job giving good information and proving that she is around. I see my moderator is really advertising today is the kickoff of my app that I started. So please go check that out. It is on Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, Divine Insight. You can ask, there's a free option where you can ask a question a day. And then if you want to ask a bunch of questions, there's another option. And then there's an even higher option if you want to also join the Divine Collective. The Divine Collective is like I just scheduled today. We scheduled these. So every month we meet 3 times. We have a card reading, we have a general reading, and then there is a workshop. This month's workshop is why you deserve to be chosen. I know a lot of us get into relationships. When I say us, let me caveat that I am not in that relationship. I don't want to make my moderators start thinking things, but where we're not chosen. Like I thought it was so interesting. It's a lot. We learn so much. So we were flying in. We've been having to fly to MD Anderson almost every week in January for me to get treatment. That is the end of the month, like February 23rd, I believe, is when I have the workshop scheduled. The card reading and every week there's something going on. So the second week is we have the card reading, then the general, I have a group reading that's on a Saturday. I think it's the 15th in the morning. And then the workshop is in the evening. So anyway, we're flying into Omaha from Houston this week. And so the couple in front of us, we're getting off the plane. The couple in front of us, it's freaking cold in Omaha. Like we're from Houston, coming from Houston. It's freaking cold here. And so the man turns to the woman and he says, "Are you getting the car? Or are you getting the luggage?" And in my head, I didn't say a word to my husband. I thought, I'm not doing either. That's even an option? No. I am not getting the luggage or the car. It's freaking cold out there, and the luggage is heavy. I will not be doing either one of those. And so then, as we got off my moderator, my husband said to me, he said, that was an option. I was like, is what an option? He said, did you hear him say, is she going to get the car or the luggage? I said, yeah, honey, no, that's not an option. So he was like teasing me. He's like, I knew it wasn't really an option. So, you know, we've been married a long time. Whenever you go into a relationship, there has to be some things that are non-negotiables for you. And you have to know that you're worthy of being chosen. Now, yes, my husband does that for me. There's also a lot of things I do for him, right? So I don't want people to think, yes, does he spoil me in some regards? Absolutely. I've also done a ton of things for him over the years. Now, since I have been sick, that has been changed a little bit, right? He has been absolutely doing more, to the point where we kind of argue because he's been doing a lot of what I consider my stuff. And I'm like, I will get to it. Just give me a moment. But he doesn't want me doing it. So choosing yourself is what the workshop in the Divine Collective is about this month, because sometimes we forget to choose ourselves. And it's when we choose ourselves that we create the vibration that attracts people that choose us. Right? Can I trade my husband and laugh out loud? He'd be mad if I didn't help. My husband would have grabbed the luggage and then went to get the car and made me wait inside. Right, baby love? I did walk out to the car with him, but I did consider waiting because it was freaking cold here. It was like 2 degrees. Yeah, that is true. There's no drive-up option in Omaha. We're having some things going on in our airport. And yeah, so that usually does happen. Yes, I do actually have one of the good ones. You know, I also want people to understand that we've been married for a long time, and, you know, there has to be some give and take over the years. Right. All right. There is a gentleman stepping up. This gentleman is, what are we saying here? Like, I'm hearing, okay, I'm going to tell you what I'm hearing. I don't, you know, I'm hearing the word Opie around this gentleman. I've heard more weird things than that. Congratulations, 21 years and still working on it, right? We've been married 39, it'll be 40 this year. Okay, so I'm hearing a grandfather energy. I'm hearing the word Opie around this person. You know, that's a weird name. We'll see where that goes. I'm also seeing that this gentleman really loved the, you remember Lawrence Welk? He's showing me Lawrence Welk, and he is showing me Hee Haw. He is also showing me kind of living out in the country where there was a lot. I mean, he's showing me pine trees, and he's being very specific about showing me pine trees. He is showing me diabetes. Right, Obadiah. Obie. Okay, Miss Danny, does the rest of this fit? I know that you said that he passed many years before you. He is showing me that it's Grandma Enos, but I'm at work. Okay, I'm going to recap the information. And we're going to, not just the name fit, let's see if we can get some of the other identifying factors. I know, Danny, this might be a little bit hard because you said, you know, he passed before you, so hopefully some of this was talked about, and you will, they did live in the country, not sure about the health. Okay, very good. Here we go, Danny. But that's Danny to go live. Hi, Danny. How are you?
Good.
All right. So now where are you located? I know you've told me before. I can't remember though.
South Alabama.
South Alabama. That's where those pine trees are, right?
Lots.
Yes. And he was being very specific about showing me pine trees. It wasn't oak or anything. I knew specifically it was pine trees. This gentleman is also showing me that you are very like connected to Mother Earth, to Gaia. Have you noticed that you like feel very connected to that divine feminine energy?
Yeah, I love birds, nature, flowers, outside.
Yes. So now I'm going to give you a little challenge in that arena because your grandfather is talking about like you are very open to the spirit world, but then you're not. And what he's making me feel like is that you can feel the urge to like connect to this Gaia energy, the energy that just courses through these trees and through Mother Earth herself, but you're really not sure what to do with it. I am going to encourage you to really start sitting in meditation just for a couple of minutes a day with the intention of connecting with Gaia. And don't
Okay.
judge it. You are very powerful, but you judge your worthiness of it. Does that make sense?
I used to hear things more. Like I would hear spirits, I'd feel spirits more, and then life got chaotic, and then it's like I don't connect with it like I
Very
used
good.
to.
That must be why I was feeling very called to tell you to just carve out a couple of minutes of meditation. Now, why, for everyone listening, the reason I'm saying that is because, Danny said her life got very chaotic, which happens. But when you can carve out some time to sit with that energy, then you can recognize it even in the chaos. So I can be, because I'm so used to connecting and feeling that energy, I can be in a very chaotic situation and instantly know a spirit is there trying to get my attention because you get used to feeling that energy and you know what it means. You are going to reignite those gifts if you sit in this meditation. And I'm just saying, start out at 5 minutes. You do what you can, but set the intention of connecting with Gaia.
Yeah.
This, your grandfather is also talking about someone around you is moving. Who is moving
I don't think.
or is talking about moving?
Mm, I don't know. My in-laws have wanting to move back down here next to me because they were living next to me.
Mm-hmm.
But when her mother died, she moved to her house, which is down the road, but she's wanting to move that house here. But I have no idea if that's what it is.
Yeah, that is exactly what it is. Okay, what are we saying about that? So they want to move that house.
Yes.
I'm not feeling good about that.
Yeah, it's very old.
Yeah,
That's what
I
we
was
said.
like,
We said it's very old. I don't think it's going to survive it. So we've told them just stay there on that land, and we visit you there, and y'all come over here.
he was showing me it would be better for them to do a new build there, even if it was like, and he's showing me kind of not a completely tiny home, but a smaller home. But I am absolutely seeing them, like he showed me a house going down the street with a big X in it. And that's where he's like, are they moving that house?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is not. It's not worth it, I'm hearing.
Yeah.
He's also letting me know that, okay, you're married. What are we saying about that? Have you and your husband been thinking about starting a business?
No.
I'm hearing a side gig. And I'm showing you and your husband together.
Oh, I have no idea. I know I want to go back to working from home. Unless he's got something going on he hasn't told me about.
I know that when you said you wanted to go back working from home, it doesn't feel right. Like, I feel like you need to be your own entrepreneur. What's your skill set? What do you usually do?
I'm a tax agent.
Okay, so you could
Okay.
you could do like your own bookkeeping business or something like that.
Yeah, I've done customer service, bookkeeping, taxes. But far as a business we want to do, no, he's been with his company for 20 years and
Okay, so what I'm seeing is um, you starting your own, like doing your own thing, your own bookkeeping business. But also, is there a rental house y'all been thinking about buying?
not a rental house, but we thought about getting something that's near the beach, like a
VRBO?
condo, and get a condo and have it like an Airbnb type of thing.
Yep. So as when you said, no, you haven't heard of that, so I took a step back and I could see you doing something on your own. Then I saw you and your husband doing something together. So now whenever I looked at what you were doing on your own, you were doing bookkeeping, you were doing your own deal. And then when I took a pulled back and I was like, what are they doing together? I saw like a rental house. And so that was exactly what you were talking about. You were thinking about getting a condo or something and doing a VRBO. I'm seeing y'all doing 3 of those, not all at one time. I'm seeing y'all adding them on, like you're doing one, it does well, and then you do another one and then another one.
Okay.
I'm seeing y'all almost adding on one a year, like you're doing one this year, but I am seeing 2 next year. Like I'm seeing you do one this year and then one the beginning of next year and then one towards the end of next year.
Okay.
Also, he is saying to you, probably already know this, but I'm just, I don't know why he's being so specific, but he is showing me an LLC covering each individual property. Do not put all the properties in one LLC. Create a different LLC for each property. I really have no idea. You probably have a better idea of what that's going to do for you as a tax thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm just telling you what he just
Yeah.
said. It sounds kind of like a lot of LLCs and very expensive to maintain, but he's being very adamant about it. He's also telling me, okay, have y'all been thinking of going to like taking a trip? But I see you kind of leaving the United States, but I don't see you going far. Are y'all like thinking going to the Caribbean, the Bahamas, Dominican Republic?
I'm about to book a cruise for my daughter's graduation gift. We're going to go to either the Bahamas or somewhere. We're going on a cruise for her graduation gift, her and like 1 or 2 of her friends.
Very good. So when spirits show me things I couldn't possibly know, which I would say your people have done, this guy has done a really good job today of proving that he is around and that you are well supported in the spirit world. And some of these things he has stepped up, just confirming what you already knew, and others were kind of giving you new ideas. So we need to give this guy some kudos.
Yeah.
He's done a good job.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Miss Danny.
All right. Thank you.
All right. I want to say that spirits are on fire today, are they not? I mean, we're getting some good information going on. All right. I see my moderator is putting my website out there. He must be
Doing his job.
doing his job. So he must be advertising my app. Y'all go check it out. It's on my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. Divine Insight is the name of the app. There's a couple of different options. You can ask it, a certain amount of free questions a day. Then there's where you can pay to ask even more. And then there is, oh, you're welcome, Danny. You're so welcome. Oh, thank you. Baby Love says she checked it out, and it's very cool. I appreciate that. So as y'all are, we're just, in the beginning stages. Of course, I've had it tested. Of course, I've had tons of people, testing it out and getting information from there. So, but if y'all see something that y'all feel like is a glitch, please let me know and we'll get that figured out. It took a while to program it to be my voice. So yeah, I'm excited to see what y'all think about it. All right. The next person stepping up here is a female. I'm hearing the name, I'm hearing that she's a Nana, and I'm hearing like a J-O name with her, like Jones or Johnson. So think of a Nana, And this, I'm almost hearing like Johnson County or Jones. Anyway, I'm hearing this Jones Johnson around her. This lady is letting me know that she always had short hair. Like she never, I mean, super short. She's also letting me know that she was always looking at the back of her hair. She was always very particular about making sure she didn't have any holes in her hair, is what I'm hearing. She is showing me that all the holidays were at her house, and she is showing me that her house was actually a little bit small, but during the holidays, I'm seeing Thanksgiving, I'm seeing Christmas, it was just like bursting at the seams. And she would wear herself out during the Thanksgiving Christmas time frame, and she wouldn't have had it any different. She is showing me Thanksgiving was very traditional with the turkey, and Christmas was very traditional with a ham. She's showing me that her recipe for a ham has pineapples on top of it, and that's what she was known for. She's also letting me know that she had like green carpet in her house, so that's a memory you would have of her. She also had a wood burning fireplace. She is showing me that this lady also was she was religious and she was Protestant. She is showing me that she was very involved in her church and that she was someone who would do like the mission. She was involved in the missionaries for one thing through her church. And then also the potlucks, like she had something to do with the kitchen area. And if there was ever any kind of like funeral or something where there was a potluck in the kitchen at the church, she was kind of in charge of putting it together and assigning different jobs for people. Okay, so I'm going to recap this lady. Let's see if we can get her claimed. I'm hearing the name, I'm hearing that she was a Nana, but I'm hearing like a Johnson or a Jones. I'm hearing this J-O name around her. She always had short hair. Why did I put green? Oh, green carpet. I was like, why did I put green carpet? And my moderator's like, or green. He's like, green carpet. She's showing me that her house, of course, had some of that. Y'all remember that back in the day, the green carpet, it was like the thing. She had a wood burning fireplace in her house. She had all the holidays at her house. It was all about the family and the food. Very traditional Thanksgiving was turkeys. She's showing me a ham at Christmas with pineapples on it. She was a Protestant religion. She is showing me that she was very involved in missionary work at her church and also in the kitchen. Like if there was any kind of potluck going on, she was involved on divvying out who brought what. Okay, does this fit anyone on here? It doesn't look like we're going to have this lady claimed. Our first spirit of the day that has not been claimed. I have a Nana with the last name Johnson, but nothing else fits. I know, right, Danny? I can feel someone thinking hard about it. Okay, so Jess says she has a Nana with the last name Johnson, but nothing else fits. So that's not going to work. A lot fits our Nana, but not all. Okay, well, so let's see, Miss Sarah, what we got going on here. All right, just ask Miss Sarah if she could go live. We'll see what we got going on here. All right, Sarah, I sent you a request to go live. Oh, she's at work. All right, where's Jen? Is Jen at work? Is Jen here?
I saw Jen
Yeah,
earlier.
there he is. Okay, Jen, we'll ask you to go live since your sister just
Hello.
Hi, Jen. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So now, yeah, I said that some of it fit, but not all of it.
Yes.
Was it the name, the JO name?
Yep, that one. And then she didn't have a fireplace, but she did have green carpet.
Very good. Okay. Did she have a wood burning stove somewhere?
I don't think so. Not in her house that we knew she lived in, but possibly the house before we
Before
came
you-
around.
Okay, very good. I'm feeling, ask your, the powers that be if she did, because I'm
Okay.
feeling some hesitancy. I feel like I didn't like this fireplace, and she's showing me, like I'm feeling there was a scare around it where embers popped out.
Okay.
So now ask about that. Now, how
Okay.
are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Feeling
Ah,
very good. Just had an appointment today, actually.
and what did they say?
Everything looks good and growing right on schedule.
Yay. Okay, she is saying, your Nana is saying that. Okay, very good. Now, she's taking me back to this JO name. Was there a Johnson Road or a Johnson County that someone lived in?
No, but in the small town we lived in, there was a family that were the Johnstons.
Very good. Okay, so now, did they live down a road? I don't know if you've heard me say this before, but when I grew up in this small town, like sometimes we wouldn't call the names of the road by the road. We would say, oh, that's Thibodeau Road or that's whatever road, because that's who lived down that road.
No, not necessarily.
Why is she taking me to this name? Has something happened to that family? Do you know?
I don't know. Pretty sure they don't live there anymore.
Okay, we're good. If this was a one-on-one where you're staring at my face,
Yeah.
we would get to the bottom of it. But we're not going to waste time on this live getting to the bottom of it. Will be interesting to see if any references come up.
Okay.
Now, she is telling me that you have family names picked out for your baby.
We do.
She's very proud of that. She is saying that I'm seeing 3 kids around y'all. Now, I know you're like, holy Toledo, I haven't even had this one. Why are you trying to, give me more? But I'm definitely seeing you having 3 kids around you.
Okay.
Did y'all have a number that y'all were kind of going for?
Well, actually, we only had 2 embryos, so 2 is kind of our number.
You're seeing 3. And I know, I get it.
Yep.
I get it. Well, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah.
Like if you end up adopting or doing something like that. Because I'm seeing a baby, like I saw a baby just fall into your lap. Like I
Okay.
didn't see you pregnant. I saw, and I thought that was kind of weird. Like, why is this baby falling into Jen's hands?
Right.
Yeah, so we'll see how that plays out. She's also telling me that you have been having very prophetic dreams. Have you been remembering your?
Yes, I have. Like every night.
She's saying write those down. You've been getting lots of information coming through those dreams.
Uh-huh.
And they feel very prophetic, like there is meaning. Sometimes dreams are just us processing our information,
Yep.
but she's using the word prophetic, like you are getting downloads.
Okay.
Ah, so start
Okay.
writing those down. I want to hear some of them.
They've been crazy.
What's been happening? Can you tell us some of them?
Well, last night, since it was right before our doctor's appointment, it was that the appointment wouldn't go well.
Oh, yeah, that was you processing your stress from everything you've been through.
Uh-huh.
So now what are she's using this word prophetic, so do you remember any that have been prophetic that have kind of give you an inkling of a future event?
Not really.
I'll be writing those down. Like there's
Okay.
something there because
Okay.
for her to use that word,
Okay. I'll have to remember that.
and then we want to know.
Yes. I will tell you.
Inquiring minds. She is showing me. I'm not sure if you're planning on being a stay-at-home mom or not.
Nope.
There is something going to change about your working. because you're just not even be able to take it.
Okay.
But I see you like it works out for a little while. You leave in your baby, and then you just can't even handle it.
Okay.
Now, I know we had talked before, and I was like, what is she showing me? This was quite some time ago when we were talking about you like starting a daycare or something. Do you remember that?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I would keep the doors open to that
Okay.
because you leaving your baby is just not going to work out for you.
Okay.
I feel safety. I feel like your baby is safe. This is not about your baby not being okay. This is about your mental health.
Okay. That makes sense.
I feel like you're not going to do well with that.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, does your husband work in some kind of sales?
Nope. He does construction.
And he doesn't work on the sales end of it?
Nope.
They're showing me him working on, like, I'm seeing him doing some bidding. He doesn't do any of the bids?
Well, he does. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's something about that. Has he ever thought of going into business for himself?
He is in it for himself. Him and a friend.
Okay. I'm seeing like an expansion there. What is she showing me? Because she's showing me your husband. She's showing me much more of your husband than his friend.
Well, that's kind of been part of the issue, thinking of getting rid of him.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I was seeing your husband, like instead of it being a partnership, I was seeing your husband doing the bids
Yep.
and him having people working for him.
Yep. That's kind of how it's been.
Well, he needs to make it official.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
There is, and I'm seeing a logo, like I'm seeing a whole change and everything. Does he have an official logo and everything?
Yes, I'm pretty sure they do.
That needs to be changed. Like, yeah,
Okay.
for him. Yeah, he needs to just kick his friend right out of the business and make a new logo and do his
Right.
whole, do a
Okay.
whole thing. Yes, and I know it's so scary, especially when you're about to have a baby. But yeah, this should have been done. Actually, I'm hearing it got bad 18 months to 2 years ago is when it kind of got bad.
Yes, that's right.
And your husband is just, I wouldn't say he's too nice, but he's very loyal.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now it's time to really just kick it off and do his own thing.
Oh, 100%.
Your husband also, this is still your Nana talking, he's very creative. Like some people in construction, they can come in and follow plans. And then there's other people that are really good about figuring ways around issues. Your husband is really good at thinking outside the box. Have you noticed that?
Yep, because we're actually in the process. So her house, we're going to be moving there. He's overworking, remodeling the whole thing right now.
Very good. Bringing new life. And she has shown me like how I knew that there was something creative being done. She was showing me a kitchen. So there's something kind of creative or different being done in this kitchen. And she's so happy about it.
Yep, just a bigger kitchen. She always wanted one.
Aw, she loves that there's a bigger, her dreams are coming realized, giving her new life. All right. Thank you, Jen.
Thank you. It's good to see you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
All right. I want to thank everyone who has joined me today. We have to head out. Our Danes have to go to the vet, and that's a chore, right? 2 Danes. Can y'all imagine what that looks like? 180-pound Dane and 140-pound Dane going to the vet at the same time. Can we just say what that is going to look like? Now, we'll see Miss Hera, my sweet Hera, she gets up on that scale and she's just so cute and stands there. And sometimes Odin just decides he doesn't want to be on the scale. So you can imagine 180-pound Great Dane, when they decide they don't want to do something, It don't happen. So I, my moderator handles the Odin. Oh my gosh, it's hysterical. Like the last time I was laughing so hard, and by the time I realized I should be filming this for y'all's entertainment, it was almost he had gotten over it. So I'll hold out the camera this time in case Odin decides to dissent and that he doesn't want his weight taken. It hurts his feelings, Odin says, because he's called the big boy. We call him Big O. We've given him a complex because we call Odin the Big O. I think that has hurt his feelings, and he doesn't want to be the Big O. He wants to be the svelte O, right? He is a Big O, though. All right, I want to thank y'all for joining me today. I will see y'all on Wednesday. In the meantime, spread the word. Go check out my new app, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. It's called Divine Insight. And let me know how you like it. Y'all have a good evening.